Marco Warrior, here with following live stream, is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and who knows what the frack be yourself adventures will say next. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Yes, Larry from Be Yourself Adventures. Matt in the chat. Matt, the link is in the chat. So if you want to pop on in, yeah, go right ahead. Trying this different. Said sending out, sending out, sending that, sending this. Welcome in, everybody. I got Mikey Suits 4. Mike, how are you?
Doing fine, my brother.
Good.
Doing fine. Just hanging in there. I hope you're doing well as well.
I'm doing. Everybody's saying hi to Matt. Hey, I got PvP between us. How you doing, PvP?
Well, I finished my work week because I'm down to 3 days a week now because my boss wanted me to compact it down to 3 days, which actually is great because then I can get long weekends every weekend.
Yeah, you get 4-day weekends now, right? So
yeah, it'll be all 4-day weekends now, and the hours aren't bad. Like I got to pull up a 9-hour shift on Tuesday, but then the other 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday, I can just do 7-hour shifts. So that works out pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. And and it's Victoria Day here in Canada on Monday, by the way, Larry.
Victoria Day.
Yeah, so I got a 5-day weekend coming up this weekend, which is perfect because I need to get caught up on a lot of things. So yeah.
So it is Memorial Day weekend for us on Monday.
It's coming up the 26th, I believe, Larry.
I believe it's the following Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the 26th. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we'll be celebrating that. Yay! Diane will be off work.
Woo!
Awesome. So how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing in the chat? I don't see anybody yet. Everybody hiding. Everybody wants to be their self. You know, if you want to be yourself.
They want to be themselves. Yeah. So, hey, in approximately, let's see. Okay. So PvP, you are correct. You are 3 hours behind me.
Yeah, you're 3 hours ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so when it reaches 12 midnight here, I will say a quick happy birthday to Mr. PvP over there in the western part of Canada. That'll be at 9 o'clock his time. And, where is Gorilla?
Oh, there's somebody beneath me.
Yeah, Gorilla's there.
Hey, Gorilla. Hey, how'd your gameplay? What's going on with your game? What is the game you're playing?
Rome Total War.
Yeah, Rome Total War.
Is it just a regular computer game?
Yeah, it's a strategy game.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So you got to hit the keyboards.
No, it's a lot of point and click, building up your cities, building up your armies, and conquering.
Hey, there's Matt Arnold.
Awesome.
What's this young man with glasses doing over on the left-hand side of Larry there?
Yeah. Okay.
So good.
We're going to try something a little different tonight. Okay? Different? Yeah, something I haven't done before, and I don't know if it's going to work or not. So we're going to go with each individual person, and I am going to ask them one question. The one question is, what's on your mind? As soon as I ask you that, you got to answer.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. So
that's real tough.
You got to do it. So I think Gorilla needs to be first. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, Matt's first.
Matt's first.
I got a lot.
Matt said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What?
What? You said Gorilla.
Hey, Gorilla. The Gorilla's over there somewhere over there.
I have no idea where. Where.
He's over there somewhere.
Where is my Gorilla? Okay, what's on your mind?
What's on your mind, Matt?
I did put another video out yesterday with Matt's Chat 3. It is there, and YouTube has been doing some stupid stuff lately. I had between 5 and 7 people unsubscribed for the last month.
Oh yeah, I do.
And
Sorry.
make sure cause YouTube is bad about unsubscribing people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
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 But and bad thing about it, I have not picked the guitar up in probably 3 months.
You haven't done that for 3 months, huh?
And I haven't been playing music either.
See, this is a lot that's on your mind.
Now I just.
How does it feel to release it?
I didn't hear what you said.
How does it feel to release what's on your mind? Just
if I release everything on my mind, there's so much there.
we'd be in trouble.
Will we be here till tomorrow?
Let's say it's so long, it'd probably take a 200-page list.
Oh God!
Oh, my
Wow!
God. All right. So the fun part about doing this is you get to pick the next person to find out what's on their mind.
Oh.
Let's see. How about Mikey Sue?
Ooh! Hello, everybody. Mikey Sue's 4 here.
Cheers.
Let's see what's on my mind. Well, here's the thing. Suzanne has always told me that I'm her weirdo, and I've pointed it out. It's on this top thing right here. I'm her weirdo. She's my crazy. Now, that being said, I just came up with a really cool idea that I've been working on the last 3 days, where it's called Lunchtime with Mikey and Murdoch 2. And this right here is Murdoch 2. He's as crazy as Hallie Mad Murdoch was on the A-Team. You think I am? Well, of course you are. See, and I'm a terrible ventriloquist, but who gives an F? I don't care. Anyway, you can prove now that I am definitely weird, and I'm definitely crazy, and I'm definitely insane. But I live in a great house, or at least a decent little apartment with a beautiful wife over here, 2 beautiful cats, and this guy. So, yeah, lots of fun. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, that's on my mind recently, is just trying to improve on our channel. And, of course, I worry about our brothers like Larry, like Patrick, like Brother Jay, our other Brother Jay over in Michigan. Everybody's going through really hell right now.
Yep.
I'm also thinking about our friend Daniel's Hot Topics. One of his friends contacted him out of the blue and said, "Oh, by the way, my dad's dead." So, you know, that's on my mind, Larry. A lot of things on it.
All right, so
I just found out.
Let's see, who do I choose next?
yes.
All right, let's go with the hairy silverback down there. Let's go with Gorilla. Gorilla.
Wake up.
Wake
up.
Oh, what's on my mind? I think Kale would be mad if I said what was on my mind there.
Spit it out.
Well,
Spit
just
it
say
out.
something.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
Get it out.
I was trying to figure out how to get my extra hours.
Gorilla, are you thinking about you might need some therapy after this?
Oh, no. My coworkers need therapy after they had to deal with me today. They left me alone with my thoughts too long.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Sounds like there's a backstory
Hey,
there.
when I can get the whole crew to say "what the fuck" and walk away without saying a word, I know I did good.
Yeah, just like other fruitcakes.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just trying to figure out how to get that extra 100 hours so I can get a little bit of ad revenue there. It seems like I'm just hovering around that 3,900 there. Like, so people are consistent with watching, but not growing.
Great.
But then also there I got a shit ton of stuff to do at work. Then I'm getting ready for Kayla to move up here in July.
Yeah,
so.
your beautiful new girlfriend from the internet.
Yeah, even though I said after the last fucking girlfriend, I'm done with fucking women. I'm just going straight hookup. I got
Don't go Daniel Craig on me, please.
Yeah, don't do
tempting
that.
after,
You don't want to see you go
after
on
the
that.
last one, it's very tempting.
No,
Oh,
no. You don't want to do that. No.
You're here right now live.
Yeah, so
I guarantee you, if Gorilla goes full nude on us, he's going to lose more than 1,000 subs.
hey, who says I have any clothes on right now?
It'd drop down to probably about 1 sub, and that'd be it. In one night.
He says he's done with women, and he says, "Wow, look, eat your heart out, Daniel Craig."
Oh God!
And hello, lemon pie.
And I'm not even sure who he's referencing here.
Oh my
CSM. What? MGTOW? What are you saying, you Texan?
all CSM. MGTOW.
MGTOW or something. I don't know what he's talking about.
Kirby, I think you need to put. I think you had one too many beers tonight there.
Yeah, just a little.
We need to go suck on some lemons for a while.
Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know.
All right, Gorilla. So you get to pick somebody. I'm left, and PvP's left.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go with bad again. No, nothing. Okay. PvP.
All right, PvP.
Let's see. What's on my mind? Oh boy. After finishing the workday just a short time ago, I haven't really had much time to think about anything on my mind. Well, okay, something does come to mind. For some reason, my keyboard decided to give up the ghost last night, so I got to go and buy a new keyboard tomorrow because it seems like it's pretty much dead. And for some reason, my computer speakers decided to stop working as well. So I got to check and see if there's maybe a wire cable got pulled out accidentally somehow, but I haven't got around to checking it yet. So, but yeah, so technical computer issues. And by the way, my fan has been quiet as a mouse again for the last couple of weeks. So I still haven't taken it into the shop. I don't know. It's so weird how it just is perfectly fine for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And then every once in a while it'll locked up, but I know I got to get it in there one of these days. And other than that, the 5-day weekend, because I'm down to 3 days working now, and Victoria Day being on next Monday. So I got all this time, and I got to make good use of it instead of frittering it away. So that's on my mind. By the way, it's weird that we have Victoria Day in Canada to honor Queen Victoria, like, the queen that was, over a century ago. She was ruling England. But they don't have Victoria Day over in the UK, as far as I know.
No, they don't actually hold it on the same time frame, do they?
But they don't. I don't think they have a holiday for Queen Victoria at all, from what I know.
So as far as I know, they don't.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know why Canada decided to give her. And it's a stat. It's a stat holiday to boot. So
right,
go figure that one. But yeah, I guess that's kind of the general stuff I was thinking about today.
Awesome. All right, and real quick, let's get back to this. It's an acronym for fruitcakes, and then Lemon Pie says, "But you are correct. I should drink more beers." And Mike, you want to read your own?
Of course. I asked him, acronym for what, Sir Lemon? It isn't recognized. I've never seen an acronym of MGTOW, unless it's something that makes total sense. But see, we're still learning things from you, Sir Lemon.
Let's see. MGTOW. Acro.
Martin says can't wait. And welcome, Martin K929.
Welcome in.
Men going their own way.
Oh, okay.
CSM, I'm not sure what the hell the CSM is.
I don't know what the CSM is. Okay, men going their own way.
In this session of Be Yourself Adventures, the crazies has took over the asylum.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nice.
The loonies have overrun the asylum.
Bat.
Oh, Canadian Spider-Man is CS. Oh, I see.
Oh.
He's done a striptease before. Not pleasant.
Yeah, he's also passed out in his backyard.
So sorry.
He almost set fire to himself near a bonfire. Remember that?
Wow.
Oh my God.
No, I'm relatively new to his bonfire fire streams.
Yeah.
No, well, I guess I'll have to spit out what's on my mind.
Well, you're last, brother, so you're up. So what's
Uh,
on your mind?
What's on my mind? Basically, I went to my mom. I would see my mom at the cemetery on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that was probably one of the hardest. Losing my mom was, yeah, it was a nightmare. But actually, to realize I'm here looking at her name on the ground and it's just a surreal thing. So that's been on my mind. And then on top of it, trying to figure out where the hell I'm going to go Saturday because I need to go to do some type of adventure, but not going too far. I don't know if I should do something more on Route 66 or take a drive up to Crown King, or I just don't know.
Grand Canyon.
How about Pioneer Village? You haven't been to Pioneer Village in a while.
Pioneer Village doesn't let you do video or nothing there. They're very just
Anymore? Really?
No,
Wow.
no.
That's really weird. Wow. Okay.
Mike is folding his arms.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not folding my arms.
yeah.
no,
You are.
no,
You
look
can
at
tell.
You want me to do that?
It says yourself.
look at the screen picture, Mikey.
You have a nice chain. You have a nice. There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. The young version of Larry there, and my head is replacing it, and I'm
Right.
crossing my arms. Okay, I see what you said.
Somebody
All right.
said the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, go to the Grand Canyon.
You know
Yeah.
they're allowing to videotape again in national parks.
Well, you weren't
Again?
allowed to before.
Nice.
Yeah, before they when you know who was still in office, they took it away for people. You had to get permits from the to go to the government website for the national park. If it's for the Grand Canyon, you have to go there. If it's for the Grand Tetons, you go there. So on, so on. Then you pay a fee, say $250 or $500 to get a permit.
Wow.
Check this out.
Yeah.
They can deny you and you won't get any money back. You don't get anything refunded. They'll say, sorry, we just don't have any permits available. And then you're out of that
Right.
money.
Basically, they're sticking their finger up. Go after yourselves.
It sounds like a total cash grab.
Hold on, guys.
Oh, it was. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So
That's a scam.
Scam,
they passed a new thing where now you can go back. You don't need to have a ranger following you around. You just go and videotape and enjoy it. They say as long as you're not disrupting other people that are enjoying the park or what have you, they said go for it. So I may just go up and do a thing at the Grand Canyon. That's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
and also we're thinking about maybe getting the heck out of this area and get some land and live on the land.
Well,
Hmm.
like, are you wanting to stay in Arizona, or are you trying to move out to a different state?
I don't know, but we might go to northern Arizona. We might get some acreage where we can, have our own, grow like say tomatoes or radishes or corn or what have you. So go somewhere where you're not having to worry about HOA.
Yeah, I hate HOAs.
Yeah. So I mean that's really on my mind to think about. You have to worry about HOA, this, that, everything else. So I'm tired of it. I'm just done, and I need to get back to the country. So that's kind of what's on my mind right now.
Like a friend of mine says HOA's a cancer.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Since I finished last, we're going to start with Gorilla because Gorilla's going to come up with the next question. Did I really?
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble. So Gorilla gets to pick a question. Keep it clean. Don't be too dirty now. None of that Daniel Craig stuff, right?
No. Those are saved for Kayla.
All right. I'm still growing.
You put it on the spire.
Yeah. Okay. Who do you what's the question again? Repeat.
All right. Oh, wait, we got. I got. I don't know. Pick someone else. I gotta think.
No, you can think. Spit it out. You're on the spot.
Yeah, put your quality control into effect here, Gorilla.
My quality control is telling people, hey, go fucking fix this. That's my quality control.
All right, pick a good question and start whoever you want to start with.
All right. I'm putting you on the spot, Larry. If you could
Okay.
make an amendment to the Constitution, what would it be?
The Second Amendment. I love Second Amendment.
No. You got to make one.
Oh,
You got
maybe.
to make your own amendment.
Okay, I know one. Hold on. I think I need a Second Amendment where we can actually go back in time and go 88 miles an hour and go 88 miles an hour always, wherever. And go 1.21 gigawatts. No, on a serious note, um, amendment to get rid of the bad people in the government. Let's do something where
So you want it easier to weed out the corruption.
yes, yes. I'd love to have an amendment like that to be able to just weed them out, take a weed eater.
So term limits.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Instead of life term limits, to just have them limited so many years and they can't run again.
Yeah.
Term limits.
I think that's a good question, Gorilla. That's actually a great question. And, it's funny because I got to throw this back to Mike now.
You're going to put it to me now. Okay. Well, here's an interesting amendment I would like to see put into place. Lately, there's been questions about freedom of information, and they've done the Freedom of Information Act, which says that there shouldn't be any secrets, anything that's being hidden from the general public. My solution would be within the first 5 amendments. I would put in my own amendment saying that there should be no more secrets from the public, that everything should be disclosed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
but there's some stuff that needs to be classified because it could compromise national security.
totally understand about some of that, Gorilla. Honestly, I do. But if there are certain things that they're hiding from us that they don't want us to know, that are not national security affected or are not national, or protected, classified as really top secret, I think they should reveal other things to us.
So,
People know what I'm talking about, whether
so
it's a
basically,
conspiracy or not. Everything needs to be disclosed within reason. Within reason, that
you
would be
want me to
my
narrow down
amendment.
the you want to put strict rules on what can be redacted on freedom of information stuff.
You know what? I would like to have people go on to Area 51 and be able to camp there again and be able to do hiking and do all this shit. Why are you putting this whole place, still to this day, as you're going to shoot somebody on sight if they even step a foot over it or something? Makes no sense whatsoever. I think that the use of it, as far as I'm concerned, has been overdone. It's been overused. You just need to go ahead and reopen places like that, that aren't going to undermine our national security, and just make them parks again. Make the parks wholesome again, that you can go and visit these places instead of having them restricted and saying they're on private land. That's bullshit. Okay? That's what I'm saying. That's my amendment.
Well, they might have stuff that is so high in security they don't want, like China or Russia or one of those big to get into where they can see
Well,
what.
we already have. Well, you know this as well, Larry, and I know all of you also in the panel know this as well. There are places that are restricted completely within total reason. They are defense. They are security. That is what is required. But my point is that there are other places which have been, taken over by the government for no reason whatsoever, and turned them into their own private playground and their own private land and stuff. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you do that? I mean, you know what I mean? I know it's a weird, odd request, but that is what my amendment would be, is to disclose everything that needs to be told, because we're not idiots and we're not going to go panicking off in the streets. Like if you told me tomorrow, yeah, there's going to be a massive alien invasion and we're all going to get killed and wiped out if we don't do something, and you guys aren't supposed to know about it, that's bullshit. We're all pretty much intelligent human beings. We know, what's happening, and I don't think we should be trying to hide in bushes and figure out things anymore. I think everything needs to be told to us that, like I said, within reason, that's told to us. That
All
would be
right,
my.
well, you said yours, and everybody in chat, don't forget to hit that like button and share
Oh
the
yeah,
video.
make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share. Don't forget all notifications for Larry's The Beer Sub Adventures.
All right, Mike, you
Okay.
get to pick somebody.
Yeah, I'm moving to Matt now. Matt, what would be your amendment if you could create one?
There's so many things when it comes to amendments. It mainly emphasizes more on freedom of speech. Emphasize more on your bear arms, and also one after you do those modifications is pass amendment that you cannot modify. The government just can't or anybody. They have to have a majority vote of the people of the United States. Everybody. A majority of the Senate, Congress, and everybody to even pass and change amendment.
So amendment that's not change other amendments.
Exactly, and it'd be at the bottom list. Any of these amendments above cannot be changed unless voted by the American people.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Would you say 2/3 of a majority? Would you say 2/3 of a majority, Matt?
It's going to take everybody in the United States. If they don't vote for it, then it don't. It still counts because they didn't get that vote.
Right.
But
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Because what it will do, that will prevent somebody just going in there and writing an executive order, change this, change that, change this, and do away with the Constitution altogether.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Bill of Rights.
Right.
That will protect us as American people, and also on certain statutes of the Bill of Rights, set them in a certain way where law enforcement cannot abuse that, and their immunity will be totally removed if they interfere with your constitutional rights, any of them.
Nice.
Nice.
Good one, Matt. That is a great one. All right.
So, that's Matt. So you're going to PvP, right?
Yeah. Let's throw it down to PvP.
Either PvP or Gorilla, because Gorilla hasn't said his. So.
Oh, that's true.
Heck, I'm gonna throw it to Gorilla.
All right.
Let's go with Gorilla.
So I got a set of context for mine there. A lot of times we get these bills that are like 1,000 pages or 500 to 1,000 pages. They'll title it something like an acronym called the Save the Puppies Act there. And there'll only be one line in the entire bill that's about saving puppies. The rest of it's a bunch of fucking horse shit in there. So, and nobody's going to read these damn bills, so you can put anything in there. So therefore, I would make the amendment. You cannot put anything in a bill that is not related to the title of the bill. So no more of this. They're not voting to save the puppies. They're a bunch of puppy haters. Blah blah blah. Everything in the bill has to be related to the title of the bill, and it cannot be more than 50 pages long, and it has to be in clear, precise language.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's very cool. Actually, you've really thought about that, didn't you, Gorilla?
Oh yeah.
You've been thinking about
look, because I seen them with stuff like the Patriot Act or the Inflation Reduction Act, the Santar Shit Act, shit like that. Then when they get voted down because there's just a bunch of it's a bloated bill that's full of crap, and they get voted down, then the Democrats will turn around and go, they're not voting to save the cancer patients from the tar sands in Iraq and all that. Bitch, there was only like 5 lines in the whole bill that was even related to that.
Oh,
The
man.
rest of it was all your pet projects.
Wow. That's pretty wild. But guess what? You get to pick the last person and sit down. Hey, welcome into the channel.
Hey, welcome, Sit Dan.
Hey, sit down.
Yes, sit down.
Says hello.
Hey,
All right.
Oh, man.
I guess you go with PvP right now, Gorilla.
Okay. Actually, I like Gorilla's comment about honesty in what a bill is titled. Because here in Canada, the Liberal government a while back tried to introduce a bill that supposedly was about protecting children on the internet, even though we've had a law like that probably on the books for 20 years. And in the body of the bill, what it was really about, from what I've heard and researched, is it was all about taking away people's freedom of speech on the internet. So pretty underhanded, sneaky kind of stuff, right? And well, it's hard for me to talk about a constitutional amendment since I'm a Canadian. It's a little tricky. Can I talk about something I would change in Canada?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. PvP.
The one thing comes to the top of my mind offhand. I mean, I could spend a lot of time thinking about this, but would be something called the equalization payments. And what the equalization payments are is a large amount of money gets transferred from the richer provinces, mainly the western provinces, because we have all the resources. And
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just listening to it. Anyway.
Sorry, Larry.
That's all right. Go ahead,
The equalization payments, I don't know how much it is because I can't look it up because my keyboard's not working, but I'm sure it's probably in the billions of dollars that gets transferred every year from the western provinces to the eastern provinces. Like we send probably Quebec, I don't know, $1 billion a year or something. I don't know how much it is, but it's ridiculous because they basically take our wealth the western provinces have generated, and instead of that money staying in the western provinces to make life better here, it gets transferred to a bunch of liberal lovers and idiots back east, basically. And it's really an annoying thing. It's been an annoyance with Westerners for many decades, and that's probably the one thing. If I could just eliminate that overnight, I would do that. And that's another reason why the Easterners are some of them are starting to wake up and get concerned about Western separation, which is becoming more of a hot topic the last month. And if the West ever did succeed in separating, they wouldn't be getting our money anymore. And I think Eastern Canada would probably economically collapse badly at that point. So, yeah, that was what came to mind.
Wow, well, that's great. Okay. Now, Matt, guess what?
Uh-oh.
You need to come up with a question and ask whoever you want first.
Now you got me stumped.
That's always fun.
I don't know. I don't know of anything really.
Something you want to know, something about what would you do if you did this, or just something you can just use your imagination.
Okay, here's something. If you became president or a prime minister of your country, what will be some things that you would change?
Okay, and who do you want to pick?
Let's go up to Mikey.
Oh wow, you would have to start with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the hot seat like he did me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of changes I would make either as a premier or as a president. Well, for one, as a premier of this country, uh, I would put a few more. I would put a few more restrictions on non Canadian citizens. Uh, I would try to balance the amount of questions and background, uh, and I would have more thorough background checks done on people at the border. Um, just anyone really. It's sad that there's not a lot of coverage, and there should be more. But but with what we've got, there should be a bit more thorough investigations, especially of people you might suspect. You know, I'll say this much: if a person has a criminal record, they do not deserve to travel to another country. I'm just saying. If they have a criminal record, the same thing would apply. If I was president of the United States, I would say if you got a criminal record, you cannot leave the United States. You can't move to another country. You can't move to another state or anything until your criminal record is completely expunged. And that should be a requirement not only for wanting to go into the United States from said Canada or Mexico or any other country, but it should also apply, like I say, worldwide, but it should apply to anybody who wants to cross the border into another country completely or state. They need to have their criminal records, any suspicion, any background has to be completely eliminated. It has to be completely expunged. And the problem is they still allow people in these countries who are suspected as being either a terrorist, a criminal, or a pedophile, or any of those bad, real, criminal backgrounds. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more. I wish there was more done. And a brick. Well, at this point, Trump wants a wall, and I'm like, Trump, it's not just the wall, okay? These people are standing there at the wall. You're going to have to want to investigate them more. You're going to have to
Doing it.
create some sort of expedited, coverage, say from Interpol, NSA, anything like that.
He's got his
And if they
national.
even are suspected, then you shouldn't even let them in.
Yeah, he's
Just
got his
say, no,
national.
go away.
He's
Yeah.
got it going. He's got national security on him.
Well, I know
Yeah,
he's trying.
Every person enter need to be vetted before they enter.
He's trying. There should be don't you agree, Larry and guys? Do you agree that there should be a more sophisticated system that's able to keep track of all of your background history? I mean, not necessarily like spying on people, but the fact is to have a good background history of people who want to make sincere moves to other locations. But in order to do that, they got to make sure they don't have any sort of, say even like traffic tickets or driving tickets or involuntary manslaughter or anything against them like that. You just don't want to have any of that. If it can be done universally, I'd say definitely do it.
Okay. All right.
So that's what I would do.
All right. So we can move on, and you get to pick the next person with the same question.
All righty. Well, let's stick with Canada. So let's go to PvP. What would PvP do as a premier or a president?
A prime minister, actually.
Well, prime minister, whatever.
There is a difference, but
yeah, I know there is.
I got a few things on my mind. First of all, I'd like to bring term limits into Canada, just like America. I think America has term limits, correct?
Yes,
Only for the president.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean. For the prime minister, there should be term limits because we just got our fourth liberal government, like the fourth term for a liberal government, like a month ago, which is absolutely ridiculous because they basically have destroyed Canada in the last 10 years, and now we got a guy that's even worse than Trudeau running things. And I heard the cabinet he just brought in the other day is a joke. I haven't looked into it yet, but I'm sure it's probably got lots of flaws. So I would
they're
like.
a joke. They're a joke. I looked into it. They are not.
Yeah. Are they okay? Because I heard there were some people there that have a bad history. So anyway, I would say 2 terms, and that's it. Let's see. Other than that, I like the immigration points you made, Mikey. The Liberals have poured so many people into Canada in the last 10 years from like basically second and third world countries, people that don't share our values, don't share our beliefs, don't they have different values, they have different religions that don't respect Judaism or Christianity. In fact, they have contempt for those religions. So it's created a lot of social chaos, disunity, violence, crime has escalated, and it's almost like the government's doing this on purpose. I think they want to destabilize our country on purpose. I think they just want to make everybody's lives so hard that everybody will just be like a peasant, basically. So yeah, I'd like to see immigration tightly controlled. And those are probably the 2 main things. Another thing I would like to see, though, is the elections, services to be tightened up a bit too, because I still remember that there's that controversy in Quebec where a riding just got flipped from the Bloc Québécois to the Liberals by one ballot, one mail-in ballot that had not gotten counted because the lady that sent it in, it got returned to her because Elections Canada had put the wrong postal code on the damn thing when she mailed it, right? So that vote didn't get counted. The only reason it did get counted is because she screamed, bloody murder to the authorities, and they were like, oh, we got caught, So now it's probably going to go to a by-election, and who knows what's going to happen then. But I would like to see tighter controls, like, they've got to get their act together, because it's just unacceptable to incorrectly address a mail-in ballot. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. And do you want to read this and then pick your next person?
Oh, okay. We have term limits for president, but sadly not for Congress. Well, yeah, I could see it. Actually, that's not a bad idea, because I wouldn't mind term limits for members of Parliament either. That's actually probably a damn good idea. Oh, and one more thing I'd like to add now that I think about it is we've got like the Congress here. It's we've got the Parliament, and then we've got sort of the House or whatever it's called, and those people don't get elected at all. They get put in by whoever's running the government. So
all right, Matt.
It's totally corrupt, and I would like to see that abolished completely. I would like to see the Senate in Canada completely gone, or have an elected Senate.
There you go. Okay. Before I say anything, Matt, do you want to say anything before you go?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm tired. I'm about to fall asleep here, so just appreciate you allowing me to come on the stream tonight, and don't forget to check out my channel, Matt01, which I also have some music on there, and Matt's chats, which just put up episode 3, and there will be episode 4 and 5. We're probably not going to be released this month, but probably next month, because the person helping me got a lot going on. But there will be videos coming out later on it, and I'm gonna go to bed. I am very tired.
All right. Well, you get some rest, and I really appreciate you being here.
Hey, Matt.
Thank
Good night, Matt.
Thank you for having me on here, and everybody in the chat. Good night, and good night, y'all on panel here.
All right. Good night, my brother.
All right.
Yeah, we'll try to stay out of trouble, brother.
You better stay out of trouble.
There you go.
I'm gonna call Larry and tell him to get you.
There you go. There you go. You got that.
No,
I know you can do it too. Mm.
I just tell Miss Suzanne to just whack you in the head with a wet noodle.
No, this right here.
And
Uh-oh.
she'll whack you in the head with
Well,
that.
don't forget, she has a heart shaped bat. She has a heart shaped fan. All she has to do is hit me upside the head once and knock me out. You know, if I'm really bad. So
Heart shaped cast iron.
heart shaped cast iron. You just heard that.
Yeah, use a cast iron. It hurts a little worse.
Oh yeah, it hurts more. Yes, yes, it does.
Well, take it, man.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Get some
Good night,
rest.
Dad. God bless you,
Alright.
brother. Take care.
You too.
God bless. Take care.
All right.
Bye. Okay, PvP, you get to pick somebody now.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's left? Who's left? Who's left? Can I see
Gorilla and
everybody?
myself.
Just girl and yourself? Oh,
Mhm.
we lost Mikey too? Oh.
No,
No,
Mike.
no, I'm here. I
Oh,
already
okay.
said my piece.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess I'll go with Gorilla. What the heck?
There you go.
Okay, what's the question?
So
Um,
if you were Prime Minister of Canada, or
president.
if you were the President of the United States, what would you do different? What would be your first act as the leader of the free world be, Larry? Or Gorilla?
Oh, I'm going full 1940s German, no question about it. We're gonna start. Nah, I'm just kidding. But no,
Shit.
I definitely, I would definitely make it a lot more harder to vote because voting is a privilege, not a right. It should be treated more as a privilege.
right?
There, but no more of this universal mail-in voting crap. You can still
No.
have absentee ballots, you know, if you have a reason you can't be there, like you're in the military and overseas, or you're disabled, and all that. But no, that's all. I just didn't feel like going and sitting in line. No, you can stand out in line for 5 hours there. But we could open more polling stations to make it easier and all that, you know. And plus, I would add a simple civics test, not nothing too hard, you know. But I want to weed out these people, and this is an actual quote I heard that they voted for a person because he had fuck me eyes. No, you don't get to vote if that's the reason you're voting for the person. No. I want to make it harder for these people to vote, and you have to have a valid United States ID, not ID. No,
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Right.
But I'd even go as far as I had a civics test or something there so that people know what the hell they're voting for. None of this. I looked into his eyes and they just said "fuck me." No, you don't get to vote then.
Yep. Yep.
Sorry, we got like George Carlin said. Just to imagine how dumb the average person is, and just remember, half the people are dumber than that.
Yeah. Right. Right. I love George
It's
Carlin.
absolutely true. I
love George
totally agree
Carlin. I'm
with
glad
that.
I was able to work with him. Do you want to read this, Gorilla, from Burger?
Yeah, go ahead, Gorilla.
Just a sec. I gotta.
Put your glasses on.
Now I gotta get on that.
Put your glasses on. Yeah.
I was chasing down some spearmen with some Egyptian chariots. Now, see, I understand completely that it is bedtime. I'm traveling for work this week. I'm tired after the time shift.
Wow.
Yeah, Booker's got a very difficult schedule.
Yeah. I hear you, Booger, and I hope you get some rest, you get some sleep, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's 11:30 already here.
yeah, we're gonna make this. We're gonna. I'll go with mine real quick, but if I was president or prime minister, but basically president, I would have a list of things: get rid of wasteful spending, do exactly what your Gorilla was talking about when it comes to voting. Voting is a key issue because there's so much, what is it, corruption and everything when it comes to voting. It needs to be something needs to be done. Not having these poll things, these computer things to count the votes and all this. You know, they take these thumb drives, put them in there. Let's change this and change that. It needs to be simplified. It needs to be where seriously, every person gets to be counted, not the people that died or say they're 155 years old and they just voted. So that needs to be changed. We need to really seriously get rid of a lot of the corruption. And if you're going to do something as a president, do it. Do what you're saying. Don't say just to get elected. Do what you're going to say, and that's the reason why you're in office. Pull through everything. Yeah, some might be more difficult than the others because you have Congress, you have Senate, and then you got the midterms and everything else. And the other thing would be term limits. You got to have term limits, for, Senate and Congress. You can't have somebody run until they're 90 years old and then drop and die.
Oh, like what's her face from California? Started with an F.
Oh, that's from San Francisco. What
Are you
is
talking about Diane?
Nancy
Feinstein,
Pelosi.
yeah, Diane Feinstein.
Not
Yeah, she dropped
Feinstein,
dead.
Nancy Pelosi.
Mitch McConnell had to get wheeled into, having to get wheeled into there. Nancy Pelosi fell over 3 times, but I think that's more because she was drunk than she was than her age. But
yeah. So I mean, that's just got to stop.
Yeah,
and they got to do
that's
something.
interesting, Booger. Wow.
Okay, read it, Mike.
Sure. Hey, he says, I am in the mountains of New Mexico this week. I just learned there was a UFO landing in the town I am in that was not as famous as the one in Roswell. Well, I've been to Roswell. I stayed there one night in Roswell. I didn't see anything flying around in the sky.
I stayed there with Jim. Myself and Jim went to Roswell.
You were in Roswell? Yeah.
Yeah, when we went on that trip. We went to New Mexico. We went to Carlsbad, stayed in Roswell. Oh, yeah.
Well, now, Larry, do you have time? I want to go ahead and ask my question of the panel.
Yeah.
And it's
quite
morbid. So, it's quite morbid. So be ready for this.
Let's do maybe like a little shorter ones because I know everybody wants to go to bed.
Yeah, I know. No, this is real simple. This is real simple.
By the way, do I get a question too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do too. Yeah. Okay. This is really simple. I don't think any of us have ever been asked this, but when you do pass your mortal coil and before you go to heaven, what do you want on your tombstone? What are the exact words that you want on your tombstone to claim to others that is how you lived your life?
And you want to read this before you?
Yeah, sure. Booger says, look at the representative from Texas who didn't show up for months but kept posting messages on social media and was then found living in a dementia facility. Oh, yeah, well, there was that. Yeah, there was that. But anyway, no. So that's my question. What do you want on your tombstone when you die? What do you want people to read on your tombstone?
So, okay, who do you want to pick first?
Let's go with you, Larry. What do you want?
What do I want? If I want to think just right now, I put I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I'm not done yet.
Not done yet. That sounds simple.
It's simple. It's to the point. It's like, you know what? I'm always going. I'm always not stopping. So basically, I'm not done yet. I mean, I could say let's rock and roll or something like that, but I want to be original.
Yeah.
With that originality, I could say, well, guess what? Always be yourself. You can always put that on there.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa. Hey. Hello, Larry.
Hi, Lisa.
We bow to you. Oh, Lisa.
Lisa, I missed you, but no, that's what I would put. I would put I'm not done yet. I mean, that's just basically getting to the point. And she's like,
okay. Well, she was very nice person. All right, Larry, who's next?
Gorilla is.
Go ahead, Gorilla.
I love to hear what his going to be once on his.
I love to hear what it'll be on his tombstone. What are you going to say?
I'm planning on getting buried upside down so everybody can kiss my ass one last time. I'll have a put on there. I buried the $1 million under the. Well, that's gonna be my last words. That's gonna be my last words.
Oh my lord!
Probably something. I'm gonna do something smart ass. Like I told you, you bastards, I was sick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, something something where, that sounds more like you. It sounds so. What would be your favorite? What would you be your most one you'd really seriously like to put on your
I don't know. I
tombstone?
was planning to donate my body to science, and hell, you can chuck me in a creek for all I care.
Nice. And anybody in chat also, if you guys had their last
Your last tombstone. Well, Suzanne just said, "Is it okay if I say this?" She said, "Live each day as if it's your last."
Yeah,
That's what she
there you
says.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, Gorilla, you get to pick somebody. You got
Pick somebody.
Mike or PvP?
Yeah.
Go with PvP.
All right.
All right. PvP.
Oh, let's see. Well,
That
I
was
got,
fun,
a,
Lisa.
I got a couple. Because they're both silly. I can't think of anything profound. I just, and hey, it's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm not really thinking about dying, really. So,
I know, but sorry if I made it morbid. I just want to
okay,
kind of. I'm curious.
the one that came to mind first was "I'll be back."
Oh, nice.
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 And the second one that came to mind on my tombstone would be Wyatt Earp is not buried here.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So yeah, that's what came to mind. So
I
Okay.
like that. So
All
you're
right, mine is pretty simple. This is what I actually want on my tombstone. Okay, I'm going to ask my parents to do this. If they outlive me, I'm going to ask them to do this. If my beautiful wife Suzanne, outlives me, I'm going to ask her to do this. I'm going to ask my nieces, my nephews, anybody.
Just get to the point, honey.
I'm trying. This is all. This is all I'm going to say. It'll have my name. It'll have my dates, but I want this to say it underneath. Life. Mikey liked it. Mikey loved it. And Mikey lived it. That's all I want.
LLL.
That's all I want.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
There you go.
Yeah.
You want to read this too?
Yeah. Welcome to tonight's episode of Morbidity with Mikey.
Oh, jeez.
Morbidity. Okay, morbidity. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for screwing with my brain there, Booger. It's great to see Travel with Lisa MH. Yeah, I just want to quickly say again, there's not enough words to thank you, Lisa, for meeting with us at the airport, going out, having a nice lunch, and you paying for it. That was so fantastic. Thank you. It was a nice day. It was a little rainy, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope that you're enjoying your tour here through Canada until around May 27th when you said you'll go back. If you do, or when you do, please contact us and we'll make sure. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was awesome. I enjoyed it. We both did. We want to be able to see you off when you do go back, okay? Or at least a couple days before.
Yeah, Lisa, I want to meet up with you too as well. So I've been waiting to do that.
Well, grab your passport, Larry. You can come up here. She's going to be here for a couple days.
Right.
A couple more days, 13 more days. So
there we go. Okay, now PvP wants to throw out a question.
All right, go ahead, PvP.
Yeah, the only thing that came to mind, and it's not morbid, like Mikey.
Thanks.
It is. If you could spend a day talking to a famous person, someone you really admired and they inspired you, and it could be a music legend, it could be somebody in film or sports or politics or whatever field that they were famous and they were inspiring to you, but you'd like to spend a day with them to really get into their thoughts because there are aspects to them you don't fully comprehend or understand. Which person would that be?
Huh. Okay, who you can pick? Who you can pick, PvP?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Zoning out here. Okay, there's just well, let's go with Gorilla. I'll put Gorilla on the spot.
Okay.
All right.
Captain Cisco.
Yeah, but I'm talking about an actual real person, not a fictional character.
He is real to me. It's my truth.
Okay, what would you ask him if you could spend the day talking with him?
I don't know. Just shoot the shit, Doc.
Okay. Okay, well, you
I'm too
pass it
tired
on
for
to
this kind of
pass it on to
extended
the
question.
Okay,
Larry.
well.
I pick Larry.
Okay, so reiterate the question again, PvP.
Say it one more time, PvP.
Okay, if there's a person, a famous person that inspired you, that you thought was interesting, and they're gone. I mean, they're deceased, right? If you could bring them back for a day and spend a day talking, asking them questions about what they did and why they did it, and they could be any field, music, film, TV, politics, sports, whatever. What would that person be? Who
Well,
would that person be?
I would have to go with they're basically a duel, they're a team, but I would have to go with them and sit down because I've always been curious. Is Abbott and Costello?
Oh, interesting.
Because I mean, yeah, they've had an interesting life. Lou Costello had a very interesting life, and so did Bud Abbott. But I really, really like to find out what inspired him to do comedy, what inspired him to come up with these jokes. Just what inspired you to really reach out and make people laugh? And how did you guys truly become friends and this and that? I would just love to sit down and interview him and ask all these questions. I think that is a phenomenal thing that you're mentioning right now. I like this. But that's what I would pick. I mean, I got to meet Bob Hope and stuff and Phyllis Diller and things like that. But
Nice.
and the other one would have been Lucille Ball. But Abbott Costello would probably be my favorite to be able to sit down and talk and really bring him back and ask them questions.
And
So,
what did Gorilla say was the person deceased that he would want to see again? What did he
Well,
say?
it was a fictional character, Captain Ben Sisko from Deep
Oh.
Space Nine.
Oh, from Deep Space. Oh, well, so
Yeah.
he probably wants to talk to the crazy Avery Brooks if he gets a chance.
yeah. So I think
Yeah.
it's Mike's turn, right, PvP?
Yeah, it is my turn.
Yeah, I
Actually,
guess,
mine, yeah, actually, mine is a 3-pronged answer. Is that okay? It's very quick.
Go for it.
There are 3 people. If I had to sit around, and I would have Suzanne with me, of course. If there was a table where the 5 of us were sitting together, my 3 people I would want to talk to would be in order, would be Jesus Christ. Then I would want to talk to Mother Teresa. And lastly, John Lennon. Because John Lennon was one of those people that inspired me to learn more about music in general, how it can change lives, how it can, for the better, how it can destroy lives at the same time.
You want to read this real quick?
Those would be my 3 people I would want to talk to.
Real quick, she's got to go to bed, Mike. You want to read this?
Yeah, certainly. Have fun, guys. I got to sleep. Take care. You take care too, Lisa. Mwah.
Hey,
We both send kisses and hugs.
Hugs
Right,
and kisses.
All
Okay,
right.
so continue, Mike.
Yeah. So, like I said, that would be my 3 main persons I would love to have sit with me and Suzanne. Like I said, is Jesus Christ himself, also Mother Teresa, and of course John Lennon. I would want to learn from all 3 of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ, our Savior would definitely be number 1.
Number 1 for sure.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Mother Teresa, because, and I'll kind of explain it real quick. Mother Teresa, to me, was the epitome of caring. She was Christ-like, and it didn't matter where she was. She didn't care about AIDS. She didn't care about all these terrible diseases, anything that were around her. She did it out of the kindness of her soul, and that is more than doing it out of the kindness of your heart. It was the kindness of her soul that really inspired me. And I look at her, and I know she's gone, but I looked at her life and I said, gosh, was there moments I could have been more understanding? Was there times that I could have just walked to somewhere and said, here's $100 to a complete homeless man or a woman or something, and say, go and do what you want with it, and may God go with you. And things like that. And I always question, could I do more? Because you reach the point where you reach 60, which I'm reaching, same as Larry has reached. And we ask ourselves, we look back over our lives and say, what could we have done better? What could we have done to help some people out, here and there? The same thing goes with music. I always think to myself, if I could have started writing songs earlier in life, just about anything the way that John Lennon did. To me, John Lennon is a pure genius in all the sense of the word when it comes to genius as a musician, as a writer, as player, all of that. Not just the Beatles, but everything he did afterwards. And his life was just cut too short. Damn that Mark David Chapman. But I'm serious. His life was cut way too short. Because there could have been so much he could have done.
Well, the saddest thing about him being, Chapman doing what he did to him at the age of 40 was he was just getting his life really together. Like, because he went through I can't imagine the mania that must have been like 9-10 years in the Beatles. Can you imagine how crazy that would be to experience that as a person?
It's like,
and then he was and then he had his crazy period in the 70s where he went off the rails, and then him and Yoko got back together, and he settled down to be the family man, and then he put out that last great album. And anyway, sorry, Larry, I didn't mean to go on.
No, you get to pick your person.
Yeah,
thank you, Mike, for yours.
My pick was easy. It would be David Bowie.
Nice.
I think he's the most fascinating musician and songwriter that ever existed.
Agreed.
I mean, I have dozens and dozens of favorites that I love dearly, but Bowie to me is like he's at the top of the list. And what I'd really like to ask him, because I find him such an enigma. Like, I remember in the 60s when he was putting out a lot of music, he would form like a small band and they might put out a 45 or something. And the music in the mid 60s he was doing never went anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And then he put out that first solo record on Durham Records. And it was really kind of a weird album because it was good. I liked the songs, but it was like storytelling songs, like British music hall songs, like Anthony Newley type stuff, right?
What kind of fool am I?
Yeah. And it was very, very different than the rest of his catalog. And then when he put out the Space Oddity album in 1969, it was like there was like two different people wrote this stuff, right? There was this guy that wrote the first album, this guy that wrote the second album, and the music is totally unrelated, totally different. And what I would really love to ask him would be, what was it in those like 2 or 3 years between those albums that totally changed your outlook on songwriting and totally changed your mentality, on what you wanted to do with music, right? Because
and perspective.
Yeah, everything, right? It's almost like it's like he was kidnapped by aliens and they dropped another person on,
Here's
Space
a
Oddity.
for you, PvP.
What's that?
Here's a thing for you by Booger.
Oh, a friend of my family used to play with Booger. You got to tell us more one of these days, guy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Booger, you need to come up to the panel.
Wow.
And when PvP does his musician or music streams, you need to come join us. And we've heard Booger 414 before. He has some great stories. And I would love for him to tell that one.
I just want to wrap up my thought. I want to wrap up.
Can I go to bed?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, go ahead, Gorilla. Have a good sleep, buddy.
And night, everybody.
Night.
All right, good night, Gorilla. Take care.
Night.
Hey, Gorilla, what do you got going on before you leave?
Oh, yeah.
That was quick. All right, go ahead, PvP.
Yeah, I think Gorilla's doing the usual stuff he does. Well, there's the birthday stream tomorrow, and then he said he's doing Walton's on Friday.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, Gorilla, what do you got going on?
Gorilla,
you don't look tired at all.
So tomorrow we got PvP's 387th birthday party.
Awesome.
And then We got the Waltons review on Friday night.
The test.
Saturday, I may or may not do another Ashtray Republic.
Okay.
And Sunday, we are doing Terminator
Genesis.
Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and a cigar lounge next Tuesday.
Cigar Lounge next Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means maybe next Monday I'll go live.
That's good.
So, Gorilla, this thing tomorrow, how are you setting this up for PvP tomorrow?
Oh, Mikey already has it set up. It's Mikey Stream Meta.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be originating from mine, and then Gorilla's going to help me to hook up his channel with ours and with Sif Dance, and then we're going to have a triple simulcast for
Okay,
PvP.
well, you're going to have to get me up there.
Well, I'm going to get you up there too, Larry, because if you would like, we can make it a foursome.
Yeah. Good night, Gorilla. Bye, Gorilla. Good night, Gorilla.
No comment. Yeah, shut up, Suzanne. Shut up, Suzanne.
I just really want to finish my thoughts on David
Yes,
Bowie.
go for it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, PvP.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't just the musical change that fascinated me, and I've always, for like 50 years, well, since 1972 when I bought Ziggy Stardust, that's when I became a Bowie fan. But I've always wondered what caused him to change so radically, because most people don't radically change to that level in like 2 years, right? They just don't.
No.
Then I started thinking about all the personas he created, right? I mean, he had Ziggy, and then he had the Thin White Duke, and he had this persona, and the soul guy on the Soul album, and Halloween Jack on Diamond Dogs, and he just kept rolling out one creation after another as far as personas. And I think it was because actually I think Bowie was kind of shy in performing live, so he had this mask, like this persona mask he would wear when he went out, to sing in front of thousands of people, which seemed to, actually work really well for him. And it basically evolved right through his 50-year career. And he's a few times he kind of missed the boat. And there's some albums that aren't as good as others, but still 50 years is impressive. And then when he came out with his final album, Black Star, I thought that was a magnificent album. Like he really came back, all guns blazing on that final album, because it's one of my favorite albums, because I listened to it, I think 2 days after he passed on, and it was so good, but it was so different too. I mean, there was elements of stuff from previous decades that I recognized, but he hired the jazz band on that last album, and it was quite interesting to hear a different approach like that. And he kind of made his death into a work of art, because you look at the last few videos he made, and it's really like he kind of worked his impending passing on into his art. And I don't think there's many people, many musicians I've ever known that actually did that. So, yeah, I just think he was an incredible person, like just a really self-actualized to the max. Like I can't think of too many people like Bowie.
Hey, I don't know if you saw the video that with Richard and myself and Gigi at Amoeba Records in Hollywood.
I don't think I have.
When you get a chance, watch it. But I ended up buying. They were brand new, but a long time ago. I bought 2 David Bowie albums.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one was Ziggy Stardust.
Right on.
Yeah, so I went to Amoeba. They're well-known music store from Hollywood. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. The first one is David Bowie with a nice haircut and something like that in the front album.
I can't see it because you've got me on.
Let me. Okay, let's do this. How do I?
Yeah, if you want to share. Okay, that's the first album. That's the Darum album where he does the weird Anthony Newley music hall stuff.
That's the one I got. I got that one. And then the other one is I love this album. If you can make it, it's called Your Young Americans album.
Ooh, the Young Americans album. Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
a,
Well,
it's
that's
a rare one. It's very rare because it has his face on the
Oh.
album.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Young Americans and Young Americans is a great song too.
Yeah.
Well,
One of
it's
my favorites.
that's his basically his Philadelphia soul album, isn't it? From what
Yep.
I understand.
It is. Yes.
I
And-
love Young Americans, a song.
Well, the thing is, you think about he transitions from Ziggy, and then he did Aladdin Sane, and he had the Spiders and Mick Ronson. Oh, my favorite guitarist of all time.
Yeah.
Such a great band. And then he totally broke that band up, and then he goes and does Diamond Dogs with the totally and he's Bowie himself played guitar on most of Diamond Dogs, I believe, which is
Yeah.
incredible how talented he was. And then he goes and does a soul album.
Right.
It's like he goes from like George Orwell sci-fi to Philly soul. Like what a guy, right? Like,
Oh, it's incredible. But I ended up buying the brand new. We went to Amoeba. They had thousands and thousands of records, 45s.
I'm jealous.
Oh, it's
So
been there.
yes, you got two of those 45 vinyls of the albums,
Wow.
right? Or 33 and a third.
Two LPs from David Bowie, The Young Americans, and the first one he did. Then I bought an album by Donovan.
Oh, yay. Nice.
Yeah. So I got an album by Donovan and I think a couple of those. So Amoeba has been there forever. I mean, it's been ever for that record store to be there. And we just happened to go in it. I've never been in it. I've been wanting to, and it's just incredible. That I mean, they have used and new records, and you're fortunate to find like 2 David Bowie albums, brand new, and with the one that Young Americans has David Bowie's face on the album itself.
Yes.
Well, those are still sealed, brand new albums.
Yes.
Yeah, still sealed.
Well, because that first Bowie album is like 1967 or something. That's crazy. Like, you know how much that album's worth? Like that album is worth a lot of money, Larry.
Right.
It really is. Like it's worth. You look on eBay, take a look at it. It's not cheap if you're even buying a used copy.
Right.
But how much did it cost? I got to ask. How much?
It wasn't cheap. Put that way.
Yeah. Okay, I can understand that. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was not.
Yeah. No, the album that you got from Donovan, does that have the Where You Love Like Heaven and also Atlantis?
Hold on. I'll be right back. You guys talk for a second. Let me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So Larry and I, and when his mom, rest in peace, Charlene was alive, the three of us, we went to the round. And we went to see Donovan, and opening for Donovan was Judy Collins. And of course, she did her Send in the Clowns, which, there wasn't a dry eye in the house when she did that. But we got to meet Donovan personally beforehand. And this is my favorite memory of him. I asked him, I said, when you did the song with Paul McCartney, Atlantis, and he said, yeah, Paul was open to it. He enjoyed it and loved it, whatever. I said to Donovan, I said, it's one of my all-time favorite songs, and I never hear anybody do it. I mean, I've never heard you do it live. And if you did, I wasn't young. I was too young to remember. And he says, I'll make sure I put it in. So here we are sitting around the first or second row, right where he's at. He says my name, and then he goes right into the first chords of Atlantis. And I lost it.
It was
so much fun. It was so much fun.
I had an interview. They interviewed me with Donovan for a paper.
Yeah.
And I was sitting around, and then my mom bought a dozen champagne roses.
I remember those. Yeah.
Put her phone number in it. When we got home, on the way home, I was taking my mom home, and my brother called. When we got home, he said Donovan called. And my mom was like, what? So he left a number. My mom called it back. He invited her up to a hotel room to have some drinks and stuff. So she got to hang out and have drinks and with her favorite singer.
Yeah.
So I got the records that I bought from Amoeba. So I'm going to start with the first one. This one's used, but I had to get it anyway. See if you know what this
Oh,
is.
wow.
The Kinks, Misfits. That's a great album.
Yeah, Kinks Misfits is a great album.
That's my favorite. One of my
That,
favorites.
Does that have Lola on that one?
No.
No,
It's
no.
Lola
No.
the 60s. Misfits is the mid 70s. But hey,
Okay.
that's the song where he writes the song for his brother Dave about please don't leave the band.
Yeah, I don't want to live
breaking
my
up.
life living in a rock and roll fantasy.
I love that song so much. I
And
think
then Misfits. Okay, the second album. This is incredible that they even had this.
Let's see.
This
Oh
is
my gosh! Wow.
Donovan, Lady of the Stars.
Yes.
It's just songs that Season of the Witch, Boy for Every
Let's
Girl.
be
Loves
the
a Boy.
season of the witch. Yeah, it's
Yep,
great.
Sunshine Superman. But this is Lady of the Stars is a very hard album to get. It's brand
Oh,
new.
it's next to
Wow.
impossible to find sometimes.
So
You're
this
real
is
lucky,
what we're
Larry.
talking about.
That's the Un-Americans, right?
No,
No, that's the first album.
That's the very first album?
That's the album that's just called David Bowie.
yeah,
That's called David Bowie. Okay, his
brand
first album.
new.
Nice.
Tracks back
I
there.
wouldn't open that up, I'd keep
No,
that.
no.
That must be worth a small fortune, seriously.
It is for somebody who's looking for a pressed first edition. Yeah.
It was not cheap. It has Uncle Arthur, Sell Me a Coat, Rubber Band. I mean, there's side A, side B, side C, side D.
Oh, this is like a double. Okay, this is not the original then, because the original album just had an A and B side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one too. I forgot where I put Young Americans, but check out this one. This one I had to get because it's probably one of my favorite singers.
Ooh, David
Oh,
Essex.
David Essex, Rock On. Yeah, that's a great
Rock
song.
On. Great album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to get it because I've always been
Ooh, my soul.
David Essex.
Hey, kids. Well, you too, did you?
It's brand new. It's never been, and it's double seal. So, but yeah, it was incredible to go to Amoeba records.
Yeah.
I'm
Booger 414. I'm sorry, guys, but Booger 414 is also saying it's bedtime. Chat with you all later. Well, take care, Booger. You
All right.
and Christine. Okay. Have a great night.
Good night, Burger.
All right.
Thank you so much, Burger, for coming in. I'm going to thank everybody for coming in. Then we're going to wrap it up. But if you guys knew how many, sorry for the noise. If you guys knew how many albums I had, and now I got basically, as you would say, inherited from my mom, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of albums. So it's amazing. So
my question is, where do they source these albums from, Larry? Like, those must be hard to find. I see.
They are. That's why I was so. More kitty, meow.
Hey, Moya.
We're getting ready to call it goodnight, and yeah, we're just finishing up. We've been going for, oh my gosh, for a while now. We're pretty good. We've been going for Mike. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. No, we were just talking. I muted myself this time.
Yeah.
But hello, Moira Kitty. Meow meow.
Meow meow hugs.
Meow meow.
All right. Well, I'm going to thank everybody that was in chat. I'm going to start off with Lemon Pie. Check out Lemon Pie. He's a great managing moderator. He's a great moderator. He's just great to have. He helps out a lot. Of course, Mike was in chat. Mike, right? Mike,
Right here.
Promote your channel. We have you up.
Oh, okay. So here at Mikey Sue's 4, as you know, it's where we always start with always expect the unexpected. Of course, we're going to be celebrating a wonderful brother here at PvP tomorrow for his 67th birthday. We hope to do a simulcast. 3 of us. If Larry wants to join, we'll make it a foursome. I love saying that. But that'll be PvP's birthday tomorrow. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you all come out and give your best regards to Mr. PvP. Friday I'll be co-hosting with Gorilla as we do the and also with PvP and with Resolute Germ if he's there, where we're doing the Walton's The Test, which is from season 4, episode 20. Then I'm working with our favorite werewolf, Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. She's got a couple podcasts that she's running this weekend, and I think she wants me and PvP and Sif Dan even to be a part of it too. And you can come as well, Larry. So she's going to be running those podcasts right around 4:05 p.m. Eastern time on both Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you watch her for that. Also, as you know, tomorrow I got my 2 episode review for the A-Team straight up at 12 noon, which is our lunchtime with Mikey and Murdoch 2. So, see how crazier I can get. But anyway, thank you all for supporting our channel, Mikey Seuss 4. And yeah, there's not much more I can say. You've all been wonderful. And if it weren't for you guys, we would not be able to do what we do. So,
all right. Thank you, Mike. Also, again, one thing for Gorilla being on the panel, and also check out his channel, check out his cigar lounge with Gorilla. Also check out his Fridays with Waltons, his streams. He has a good panel on there. And also Sunday, he'll be doing another Terminator movie.
Yeah.
So check out that one. So yeah, always be a Gorilla. And then Martin K929, thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate it. And Mike, you want to go ahead and promote Sit Down?
Certainly. Sci-Fi Sif Dan has 2 channels. He has this one. He also has his Sorcerer Dan, which he runs his Dark Matter on Wednesday. He does on Friday nights after the Walton stream. He runs Japanese anime. He has some show there. On Saturday afternoons from 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific Coast time. He does his own sci-fi episodes. We talk about different topics. Sometimes I co-host with him, and we come up with different subjects, so it's a lot of fun. And sometimes he will help me when I do my Star Trek or Star Wars fan film reviews. And also, I just want to quickly mention that Troy Pacelli wanted me to be a part of a panel specifically talking about fan films in general with the Star Trek, Star Wars, and DC Comics. So look forward to that. That's in the future. So yes, Sif Dan, make sure you subscribe to both of his channels.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Sure.
Okay, PvP, before we go to Burger, go ahead and PvP and promote yourself.
Well, nothing much to promote. I haven't uploaded anything, my music in a while.
Thank you,
Hopefully with the long weekend coming up, I'm going to have to try and stick a couple albums up there somewhere. I'm not sure what there will be, but I will try and post something. Nothing really much planned. I'm kind of keeping the weekend open because I got a lot real life stuff I need to take care of. So I'm going to try and get a lot of that done, if not all of that done, because I really need to give myself a kick in the bum and actually get off my lazy butt for a change. So yeah, there's not much else. And of course, I'll be hanging out with you guys on all the streams that have been mentioned. So looking forward to that greatly. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Actually, Larry.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. An early happy birthday, PvP.
No, thank you, Larry.
You're welcome. And also, you want to go and talk about Booger, Mike?
Sure. Booger414 and his wonderful wife, Christine, are cosplayers. They go to conventions. Booger may not have a lot of material on his channel, but he does heavily support all of our wonderful YouTube channels. He has a lot of intelligent things to say whenever he's in the chats. And I always look forward to talking to Booger414 when he comes on. once in a while, if we can get Booger 414 to join us again on a panel, on a future panel, it would be wonderful because he is a very well learned man. So
that would be great. That'd be great. Thank you, Mike.
I would love that too.
Also, Travel with Lisa. Travel with Lisa does amazing content. She has a lot of stuff on Instagram. So follow her on Instagram. Also, she has amazing travel things from Hollywood to Toronto to England, what have you. She just has a lot of phenomenal videos, travel videos. Check out her channel, Travel with Lisa MH. Amazing. I'm so thankful and grateful for her being here tonight. And Mike, you want to promote Moira Kitty?
Yes. So Moira Kitty is one of the most outspoken and wonderful political ladies out there. She won't steer you wrong. She will let you know what's going down and what's happening. And she, like Curtis Selby, well, no, Curtis Selby is considered politically polite, but I'd rather also have someone like Moira Kitty who is no nonsense, no bullshit. She's going to come right out there, tell you what's going on, everything. So, yeah, please make sure you subscribe to Miss Moira Kitty as well.
Yes, please. She's got her FU channel. I mean, her FU politics. About the politics, she has that. So. You notice how I said that in a really polite manner.
You did. I'm surprised. Usually you're not that polite.
Yeah, well, definitely. And then also Lemon Pie. I want to thank you for being here. See you tomorrow. And Toby. Toby.
Welcome.
We need all prayers for Eastern Arizona. I know about that fire near Greer.
I've heard about the Greer fire. Yes. So lots of prayers out. A lot of the Native Americans that live on the reservation there near Greer.
And myself used to go up to Alpine and Greer and Springerville and all that.
Oh man, I'm so bummed out that area's in flames right now.
It's reaching Eager. What?
It's reaching Eager? Oh crap, dude.
Oh, Toby, no.
Yeah.
That's just uncool.
The
White Mountains
are yeah, that's the White Mountains, yeah.
White Mountains are beautiful. Toby, keep everybody and those firefighters in prayers, and hopefully they can get this fire under control. That's probably one of the worst places for fires. I remember the one that was near Alpine that 1 year, but they got to get it controlled. Hopefully they'll move the opposite direction of Greer and get this thing taken care of. But Toby, I'm glad you're here. It's been a while. It's been a while, my brother, but thank you. Again, I want to thank everybody. For me, what's going on? Just recently got back from Universal Studios Fan Fest, and it really took me back to the future. And we went to the lot, we went to the back lot, and we were able to walk around and hang out with people. They had people that were playing Doc's role or Marty's role or Biff's role. You have to watch the video to really check it out to understand it. But it was a lot of fun. We got a special tour. And I also want to thank Batman is also known as Richard. Check out their channel and Women Wonder with Gigi. And Gigi, they were both with us, with my wife. We did a whole VIP tour. We were VIPs, as I would say. We had a great gourmet dinner, which is awesome. We got the star treatment. We had our own tour guide that walked us around. But you got to check out these videos. You got to check out the one I did with the tour with Shauna. She was amazing. Gave us a tour of Hollywood. Not the typical, like, to the left, we have so-and-so's house. And then if you look over to the right, you do see blah, blah, blah house. That was the house that used to be occupied by Lucille Ball. Nothing like that. She was amazing. So
she was very outspoken, very great. Yeah,
she's going to be working on a TikTok channel and a YouTube channel. So I want you guys to kind of stay tuned for Shauna. She is great. You've got to check out that video to understand what I'm talking about. And Toby says it's a part of the Apache Mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Dragoon Mountains. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
been pretty busy for me the last few weeks, and still going to be busy too. I agree, Toby. I've been really. Yes, Mike.
Yeah, Larry, can I quickly mention about Travel with Lisa? I
Yeah.
know she's not here, but Travel with Lisa has a very awesome video she shot recently, about a week or so ago, of our famous Toronto Islands, which are near the Toronto waterfront. She took the ferry over, took some pictures there, some things that myself and Suzanne had seen when I first moved here, Faraway Farm, and all of those other wonderful areas there, Centerville. She went to the Toronto Lighthouse on the island there, which is supposedly haunted, and she got some really great videos. So if you get a chance, please go to Travel with Lisa MH and check out her Toronto Islands video. It was really well shot, very well done. And
Yeah.
she's going to do a few more before she leaves Toronto. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Toby says, I will DM more about the fires, and I got more information about it. Thank you, Toby. I appreciate that.
yeah,
Really-
Toby, let me know too, so I can actually mention some of it tomorrow on my stream. Let me know, Toby.
What
Okay,
time are
come
you going
by.
live tomorrow for PvP? What time are we doing this?
We're doing this at 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is 4 o'clock his time.
Yeah,
4 o'clock time.
4 Pacific.
p.m.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 4 Pacific. Yeah.
Okay. Also, okay. There's also one more thing. I'll be there. Also, one thing I want to mention. I will be starting to do. I know Toby does this, and I think I'm going to have Toby join us because I played with Toby on this, and now he's got me addicted, and so is Richard Batman. Batman's got me very addicted
Oh,
to a game. You think you got Gorilla playing a game? This game I can live stream, and it's called Fortnite. And I have become very, very addicted to it. And
Wow.
it's Fortnite, Toby, and
Fortnite.
I think I'm going to have you join
Maybe I'll join this.
our team because we got a great team. We've been whipping butt, and we're getting great legendaries and lightsabers. Getting the lightsabers pretty easy. So yeah, you've been you're playing the Disney Dreamlight Valley lately. Okay, well that's cool, but I would like you to join us. We're going to really start doing a full-fledged Fortnite stream, and it's going to be a certain day a week that we're going to do it. It might be 2 nights, 3 nights. We'll have to see what happens. This might be big. You might
But by the way, Larry, I want to mention I was a big time Fortnite fan like a couple years ago.
really.
And then and then I didn't play it for 6 months, and they like canceled my freaking account, and I haven't been able to play it since then. So I'm going to have to look into trying to get my account reinstated because I'm a big Fortnite fan, and I'm not a great player, but I really enjoy the game.
Oh, and right now Star Wars has Star Wars, so you can get the lightsaber. Find on the map to find a lightsaber. You can get Darth Maul. You can get Darth Vader. You can
Okay.
get the purple one. Toby says so. The game system has been glitching pretty bad lately. I can probably go live when we play too. Yeah, I mean you can go live. I'll go live because you could set it up that way. I'll set it up on the PS5, so I can go live. I can actually get Batman Richard with us, and maybe his son or two, and the PvP gets set up. This will be huge.
Yeah,
This
if I can get my account reactivated, Larry, I'd love to join on your squad.
yeah, your Game
well,
Pass.
Well, the thing is, a couple years ago, I guess is it 3 years ago now? Gee, time flies. It's
That's
scary.
so cool, Lemon.
But that's why I got my gaming computer like 3 years ago, so I could play Fortnite because my old crappy computer couldn't handle didn't have the gigabytes or whatever, right?
Yeah,
And I actually got to know a British gal over there, and we started playing together like every weekend. We'd play for hours and hours and hours, right? Because she was
right.
really good. Like she would just go in there and massacre everybody, and she could she'd build towers like in seconds. Like it was totally insane. And
Sorry to interrupt you, PvP, but there is it's called Zero Build. You can go in there now, not worry about doing the build thing.
That's right. There is a zero build. That's correct.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
You can just go in there and just shoot stuff.
Right. At PvP, you want to read this?
Lemon Pie said, I have Fortnite cards. I collect random things sometimes. Wow, I didn't know Fortnite cards were a thing.
Neither did I. Neither did I. And and Toby says you can fly the fighter and the X-wing as well. Yeah, like the
Nice.
Darth Vader. You know the fighter, the one with the round ball with the two wings on each side, the wing on each side.
Yeah.
You can fly that one, and you can fly the X-wing, and you can actually fly and it go the people on the ground.
That's the great thing about Fortnite is they change it every year. And I remember playing when they had UFOs. You could fly flying saucers around and blast people.
Yes, yes.
And I remember, and there was a season.
Insane.
There was a season where they had dinosaurs that would eat you alive if you
Godzilla.
screwed up.
Godzilla one.
No, these were actual prehistoric dinosaurs.
Are you serious? That would have been awesome.
Yeah, they had like T-Rexes and stuff running around, and it was scary.
I want them to do like a Back to the Future one. That would be awesome.
I wish they'd do a Star Trek one. I don't think they ever have.
No, I don't think so either. Lemon Pie says zero build sounds better. It is. It's a lot better.
By the way, I know this doesn't mean much, but congratulations, Gorilla. Your Timber Kitty Cats beat my Warriors 121-110. So now the Warriors are out of the playoffs and Minnesota moves on. So congrats to your Timber Cats.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. Toby says, but the only way to do Star Wars is Battle Royale, and it's only lasts 1 month. Yeah, well, I'm doing zero build, Toby. It's Battle Royale, but it's zero build. So you can go in there. You're doing all the Star Wars things. I got my character is a Wookiee. I can go into being a stormtrooper and do that. So I think if you want to join us, Toby, you're a great player, and I think that would be amazing. You got me hooked, got me started, and now I've been really just been gung ho over this. Vader's the
advanced, yeah.
Yeah, Vader's tied advanced.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lemon. He says Draymond Green has to go home for now. Yes, he does. He has to go home and mope in his over $10 million. But okay.
Yeah, right.
So,
all right, guys. So I want to thank everybody that's been in chat, but I think that's how I wanted to end it. Talk about Fortnite. So,
do you guys hate me? I just want to ask quickly. I am not into Fortnite, so I don't really play it. But do you guys hate me because I'm not into Fortnite? I know there's a lot of people that play the game. I've seen some live streams where people play it.
Too bad you can't get yourself a PS5 or Xbox One S or something like that and get on there because you have internet. So all you need is set up your Xbox account and get in there and play. Fortnite's free.
Yeah, I know it's free.
That's the great thing. Basically, the game is free, and if you want to spend money, that's when you got to buy like the costumes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mikey is only into Fortnite, a totally different game.
Oh,
yeah. Mike said,
"Oh boy, Lemon."
That's fun.
So how
Toby said he's been doing the Battle Pass, and you can connect your Disney account to your Epic Games, and you will get a free Stormtrooper.
Yes, I did get it. I did get the free one. Yes, and I do have it on Switch too. And Toby, I do have Fortnite on my Switch as well, my OLED one. And I think we should do this, Mike. If you have a pawn shop around there, check. Maybe you can find one real cheap, like an Xbox One S or a PS5 or something like that. And you can get on with us.
I don't know if I have a pawn shop like that around here. I know we do have a few like old electronic shops and things like that. You know what? I'm happy enough watching you guys start to shoot each other and kill each other.
It's fun, Mike. It's fun to get.
I know it's fun to watch, though. It's fun to watch. If I don't participate in the game, don't hate me. But I do love watching it. I do love seeing how people go at each other, and I think it's so much fun to watch.
Well, the best,
PvP, you need to.
I was just gonna say my favorite thing about Fortnite is you usually start off like 100 players in
Yes,
in a
100
match.
players. You're on that bus. You jump out.
Yeah.
You pick a point you want to land, like the frog area or
Oh, there's so many different areas of terrain. Like that's the
right,
variety too. It's
a
great.
haunted forest and
And then you get down to like 2 or 3 squads, like at the end, where there's
yes,
like maybe a dozen people left. That's when it gets really good, right?
yeah. Richard and I were playing earlier, and we got so bummed. We should have been first place, but yeah, I got snuck right behind, and we got second place. But we were just
oh no.
we're really hitting it hard.
Yeah, Lemon says he doesn't play it, but he has those trading cards and he watches others play it. So that's pretty cool. That's cool.
Watch us play, Lemon Pie. But I think that's going to be a thing. And Toby, I think we should be able to, we get us all together and do this Fortnite because people love watching it. They absolutely love watching it. So I think I'm really going to start doing this as this another thing. Monday, I'm going to go live with the Avengers next Monday.
Oh, nice.
So good. Okay. So what's the next episode that you're covering from season 4 there?
Oh my gosh, what was it?
Well, it was Castle DF, the last one, I believe.
That was the last one, was Castle Death, right? So whatever.
What the next one after that was.
Want me to look it up? I can look it up.
Look real quick. Yeah. And Larry, sure, I'll watch you play. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lemon Pie. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, Scurvy. And Toby's like, game. Yeah, how about game on? We need to do this.
Okay. Yeah, so let me take a look at the Avengers there.
Ooh,
I am right, correct? It's season 4. So
yep, season 4.
I believe so.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. And will you remember this, Larry, or do you want to write it down?
No, you can tell me. I'll remember it.
Okay. So season 4, episode 6 is the Masterminds.
Yeah. Okay. That's easy to remember.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's a pretty good one. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember
9 out of 10. It gets about a B grade. Yeah.
That was a wild one. Mastermind.
Yeah, the Mastermind.
Do you want to read this, Mike?
Sure. Lemon says, Mikey, your beard is fine. I was just giving you shit because you gave me shit for misspelling Draymond. Okay. Fair enough. Look, what matters now is I have more free time. I don't have to watch any NBA playoffs anymore because my team is gone. So, and by the way, our Maple Leafs lost tonight 6-1. So they're pretty much done. All they have to do is go back to Florida and beat
Toronto.
Get out of it.
Who beat Toronto?
Florida, 6-1.
Are you say Tampa Bay Lightning or Florida?
No. Florida Panthers.
So Tampa Bay out. Is Tampa Bay?
The Florida Kitty Cats. Tampa Bay Lightning still in it.
Good. Yes.
Yeah, they're still in it.
All right.
It says it's supposed to be part of my message book. Okay.
Real quick about Toby. Toby said, yeah, 100 players and it's free until the end of the game. Yeah. So
the end of the end, right.
So yeah, and then 70th anniversary kicks off this week. I know, for Disney. And Lemon Pie says, what matters now is we all know to use a special beard shampoo.
Beard shampoo, yes. Dove. Dove is very silky smooth. Helps straighten out this whole hairy mess that's growing on my face.
Oh my gosh. And by the way, I'm up to 45 Funko Pops. Wow.
Holy
wow, nice.
It's crazy. I went to the Funko Pop store again in Hollywood. Got some awesome
Toby, that I hope does happen. I would like to see Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Wolves. Yes.
Yes. The Timberwolves. Yep. That would be
awesome. The Timberwolves, because like I said, I call them Timber Wolfies because But the thing is that our friend Gorilla doesn't really give a crap. So, whoever plays, whatever. He's not into that.
Yeah.
He's not into sports. I love sports. I'm a sports guy.
I was a hockey player. I was an ice hockey player, so you know that.
Yeah.
I used to play ice hockey. In
Yeah,
fact,
Phoenix Roadrunners. Yeah, back
Yep.
when there was a team.
I'm thinking about getting back on the ice. As long as
You should. You should. They've got, the ice den is still running over there
Yep.
in Scottsdale, and yeah, they
Hopefully,
still have minor league hockey going on there.
yeah, I'm
Uh,
back to the hockey again, but I gotta take care of the ticker first.
yeah.
So
Lemon says, I'm in the mood to give people crap I'll unleash over at Tony's. Oh, okay.
nice.
Tony the Stark, yeah. Pacers
Uh,
are a scary team. Yeah, Pacers are pretty scary, but after what happened tonight was, see, Boston was supposed to be eliminated immediately, but for some reason, the spooks or the ghost of New York Knicks hit them real hard, and the Celtics beat them tonight. So the Celtics are still in it, but they're down 3-2. So the next game, and game was in Boston. So the next game is going to be in New York. So I'm sure the Knicks will knock them out.
There
Then
we
it's going to
go.
be all
All right.
bets are off after that.
We're going to try to say goodnight again. I want to thank everybody in chat, everybody on panel, for Matt for being here, Gorilla for being here, for Mike, and for PvP and everybody in chat. This was fun. And Toby says Pacers won 8 out of the last 10 games. There we go.
Yeah, and Lemon says they may take it all. You might be right, Lemon. You might be right on that one.
Pacers. So we'll see what happens. But stay tuned. I'll probably be going live next Monday. I will probably be joining Mike for PvP's birthday. Happy early. Everybody make sure you give a shout out to PvP for his birthday tomorrow. So join Mike on his stream. I'll probably be there. Good night. Good night, Scurvy.
Good night, Toby.
He's saying good night to Toby and everybody. But yeah, join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time and at Mike's 7 p.m. his time, and to have a very well presentation for PvP on his 47th birthday. 47th
You
birthday.
gave him the benefit of 20. That's only goes to women there, brother.
Yeah.
Not us guys. We get 10. We get a 10-year layoff. We get, if anything, he turns 57. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We give him that.
I wish I was 47 again. That would be great.
Oh man, wouldn't that be fun? I wish I was 40.
My knees wouldn't ache so much. That's for sure.
Neither would my feet. They wouldn't hurt so much.
Oh,
all right.
I could run. I could do anything 20 years ago.
Yeah, I could run up and down stairs back then, and I sure can't do that anymore.
Wow.
Right. I'm still not too bad. So,
well, Larry, we always have prayers for you. We have prayers for PvP, for my beautiful wife Suzanne, for both of our brothers Jay, Gorilla, and of course Patrick. We have prayers for everybody. So
take us out on a small prayer, Mike.
All right. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you so much for social media. We love all of our friends and family that we have grown to know and love over these past few years. We pray for every single one of them, like PvP, like Patrick, like Larry, like both Brother Jays, there in respectively Louisiana and Michigan. We also pray for my beautiful wife, Suzanne, of course, who is going through her own pain with her knees, both of them, and also her shoulder. And also we'll say a special prayer for our friend Daniel's Hot Topics friend Jacob, who lost his father, his friend Jacob, who lost his father recently. So we all say a special prayer for them as well. Please, Lord, have all of your angels and saints watch over all of us every day. Pray for us, especially our patron saints, Saint Suzanne and Saint Michael, the Archangel. Also, Jesus Christ, pray for us. Blessed Virgin Mary, pray for us. Lord God, pray for us always. And of course, the blessed Holy Spirit, pray for us. With all this, we ask in your name. Amen and amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Amen. Amen, guys. And thank you again
Amen.
for everybody in chat and those on the panel. And also check out the videos I have put onto the channel.
Thank you, Lord.
If you haven't checked them out, please check them out because you'll see a great thing with the Fan Fest and the Hollywood tour, which was the very first one I've ever done. I thought I would never do one because I worked in the motion picture industry, but I did. So thank you guys. Till next
Thank you.
time, always remember to really be yourself. Don't be anybody else. And of course, Lemon Pie says amen. And Toby said good night to everybody. So yes,
Thanks.
be yourself. Click, like, subscribe. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Night.
Good night.
Well, I guess Larry left us quickly.
Ah.
Oh well.
Hey, Larry, you're still live.
I wonder if Larry
I
realizes that.
disappeared
Oh,
for
there
a
he is.
minute.
What did you do?
I was trying to fix something.
You
So,
disappeared.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did disappear, and then you were still live for a few more minutes.
that's weird. All right, guys. Again, always be yourself. Peace. Till next time.
Always have
Yep.
peace in your hearts and love in your soul.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Prayers.
Sounds good.
Love you guys.